Hi, this is Jason from Horrific Nightmares. Welcome back to my 12 Days of Christmas. Actually, this is the 13th day of Christmas, and this is where I rank the 12 Christmas horror movies that I pick for my segment every year. And I know Brad does this and Joe does this as well. So, without further ado, let's get into the ranking. Coming in, dead last, is A Christmas Nightmare. Now, I was told that this movie sucked, and yeah, it pretty much does. Joe reviewed this last year and said it wasn't good. I luckily found it for only $1 at a yard sale, I think it was, and so I didn't really lose much on it, but it is pretty much a total turd. And that is A Christmas Nightmare, coming in dead last. Coming up next is Mother Krampus. Now, I know some of my fellow YouTubers actually like this one. I didn't particularly care for this too much. It's very low budget, which really doesn't bother me, but it has a lot of the same cast and characters as the Tooth Fairy films, and these are the UK Tooth Fairy films. And I didn't particularly care for them. So, yeah, this one, didn't really care for it too much. It's kind of a struggle to get through for me. And it's a short movie, so. Okay, coming up next. Now, this one was actually a surprise. And this is Mother Krampus 2, Sleigh Ride. This has absolutely nothing to do with the first Mother Krampus, and is pretty much a straight slasher. It's very low budget, and the acting is pretty dreadful, but I got some entertainment out of it. And I think people who like slasher movies who don't mind low budget will get a lot of entertainment out of this as well. And that is Mother Krampus 2, Sleigh Ride. Coming up next is another low-budget slasher film called Dismembering Christmas. I actually like this movie. It is very low budget, kind of like Mother Krampus 2, Sleigh Ride, but I thought it was fun. It kind of reminded me of something that Wild Eye would distribute it. And I do like a lot of Wild Eye's slasher films. So check this one out if you're a slasher fan, but know what you're getting yourself into. It is low budget. And that is Dismembering Christmas. Coming up next was a little bit of a surprise for me, and that is Puppet Master vs. Demonic Toys. Now, the reason why it was a surprise, because I have seen this before, is I thought it would rank a lot higher. But it just so happens that I like a lot of the other movies I reviewed more than this one. This is fun. This is a sci-fi original film, and I don't believe it has any affiliation with Full Moon. But it's got Corey Feldman in it, and it has a fun Christmas atmosphere. And that is Puppet Master vs. Demonic Toys. Alright. Coming up next is A Christmas Tale. This is one I wanted to review last year, but it got put on the back burner, so I'm glad I got to review it this year, because I really enjoyed it. Now, I love my Killer Kid films, and this is actually a lot like Don't Tell a Soul, which just came out recently with Rainn Wilson. I definitely recommend this. If you don't like reading subtitles, this may not be for you, but it's a lot of fun. So yeah, A Christmas Tale. This is a really cool 6-pack. Alright guys, coming up next is Sleigh Bells. I had an absolute blast with this movie. I thought Barry Bostwick playing Kris Kringle, or Santa Claus, just was so much fun. I would recommend this to anyone who likes Christmas horror. This is a little bit more on the comedic side than a lot of the ones that I picked this year, but this movie was so much fun. I definitely recommend it. And that is Sleigh Bells. Coming up next is Blood Tidings, also known as Good Tidings. This is a movie I've seen multiple times. It gets a lot of hate, and I don't understand why. It's a fun slasher movie with killer Santa Clauses with pretty cool masks. and it's just a lot of fun. Yeah, this is one of my favorites. I actually thought this would place a lot higher as well, but well, you'll see when I get to them. And that is Blood Tidings. Glad I finally got a chance to review this one. It's definitely a winner in my book. Okay, coming up next is a favorite, and that is Red Christmas. Now, I did review this one of the years on Slashback Saturday, and I wanted to review it again for Christmas because I love this movie and I'll never resist an opportunity to talk about it. This movie has beautiful, lush colors in it, and it's a really, really fun slasher movie that doesn't get talked about enough, in my opinion. Yeah, Red Christmas. Awesome movie. Okay. Coming up at number 3. Already at number 3. And that is Secret Santa. This movie absolutely blew me away. This is from director Adam Marcus, who did a movie that I am not fond of at all, and that is Jason Goes to Hell, The Final Friday. I still really don't like that film that much. I don't hate it like I used to. It's fun when you watch it with a group of friends, but this is the type of film that he should be doing. I loved every minute of it. Such a good film. It's comedic, it's fun, it's so gory, and it's actually kind of disturbing in spots. Really good film. Should be talked about more. It should be in every horror fan's collection. Secret Santa. Coming in at number 2, which actually also surprised me, is Gremlins. Now, I've always liked Gremlins. Whether I considered it a horror film has changed over the years. But watching it this year for the 12 Days of Christmas kind of brought back all those old nostalgic feelings that I had when I watched it in my youth. And it's just such a good movie. I like it more now than I ever did before. And yeah, just a great film. Gremlins is a definite holiday classic. And yeah, I love it. That's Gremlins is number 2. And at number 1 was a complete surprise. Thank you, Joe the Horror Man. It is Rampage, 1987. I love both cuts of the film. You can tell that by listening to my reviews for this. Joe made me a copy of both the original, which is this one, which I did on the first day, and the 1992 cut, which was done for the Fangoria Movie Challenge. Both cuts are fantastic. I think I prefer the 1992 cut a little bit more, but it's very close. It's real close. This movie's fantastic. If you like movies about serial killers, watch this. You will not be sorry. It's just great. And that takes care of the 12 Days of Christmas. Actually, 13 now, since we have the ranking. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching my videos and commenting and just being awesome people like you are. Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And if you like what you see in here, hit that like button and subscribe. And until next time, peace.